Hello and welcome to another YouTube video. I'm Adam Farr. This is More Fit Training Systems. Today we're going to talk about the 4 pillars of body transformation. These are 4 things that I tell all my clients to do every week, every day, to make sure that there's good lines of communication between me and them, and to make sure that you're getting the results you want. And I'm empowered as a coach to actually take you to where you want to go. So those 4 things are: number 1, follow your program. Number 2, follow your nutrition plan. Number 3, take weekly photos and videos. And number 4, weigh yourself every morning. So, number 1, follow your program. First of all, we all have a program that's been assigned to us. The programs are either my R&D programs, which are the research and design programs that I've developed over months and months of personal testing and design with my athletes, myself, and then have later distributed to you to be used as a part of the More Fit Training System. These are my best programs. I have a lot of pride and joy in these programs because they've brought myself to being, quite a strong lifter. My clients as well. I'm squatting 600 plus now, deadlifting 600 plus, and benching around 400. So these are programs that work and have brought me to that point, and have also worked in conjunction with my trainings with other people, and have also made plenty of other strong people. So we know they work, we know they're good, so I'm giving them to you. There's also very specifically customized programs, and then there's also adjustments that are made along the way. So in terms of program design and following your program, there are a few things you gotta realize. Number 1, on your program you have your acute exercise variables. So that means your sets, your reps, your tempo, your rest period, and the exercise itself. These are all things that make up a program and that need to be followed for it to be a good program. So, there are a few things in your program that are immutable, meaning unchanging. You get this program, and these are the things you cannot touch. You cannot change the sets. If I say you're going to do 6 sets of deadlifts, you must do 6 sets. You can't do 5, you can't do 4, it's got to be 6. You can't change the amount of reps. If I say 6 sets of 10, it's got to be 10 reps. Now, whether or not you're able to do those 10 reps with 100 pounds or 200 pounds, whatever it may be, you have to adjust accordingly to achieve the reps. But the reps must be done. The tempo as well is something that must be followed, although initially, especially for beginners, I don't even require you to follow tempo, simply because, if you never actually trained the way I'm going to have you trained, tempo is just going to be a headache for you, and it's not really going to make much of a difference if you're just learning how to squat and deadlift properly, or just handle the frequency and volume of training that I usually put in my programs. And finally, the exercise. You can't change the exercise. If I give you front squats and you don't like front squats, it's not an issue of you changing it to another form of squat so you're happy. It's actually an issue of you learning how to do a front squat, because we're not going to bullshit about whether or not you could do it or not. If you can't do it, you got to learn to do it. You can't run away from your problems when we're doing good programming here. So those are the things you can change, okay? Sets, reps, tempo, and exercise. You can't touch these things on your program. What you can play with, and what is ultimately your decision to play with, are your weight and your rest periods. Now, in terms of your weight, I made a video called The Southeast Rule. There's part 1 and 2, and I made a video called The Elephant Rule. These videos discuss how to progress your weight, how to pick your starting weights for your exercises, and how to slowly progress them over time in a linear fashion in order to get stronger in those movements. The Elephant Rule discusses how to progress in terms of, let's say you're doing a set of deadlifts, and I say, 5 sets of 10, and at 120 pounds, you're able to do 8 reps consecutively, but then your body gives out. We still have 2 reps left to do. The Elephant Rule kind of describes what to do in that situation to make sure that you're progressing in terms of rep range while keeping the intensity pretty stable. So watch those videos if you haven't watched them, because you need to in order to follow the first pillar of body transformation, which is follow your program. Another point about following your program is write it down. You can't just go into the gym, do whatever, expect that you're going to remember what you did last time, and not write anything down. Especially with my programs where I have 8-day training cycles or 12-day training cycles in succession. If you're not writing it down, there's no way you're going to remember what you squatted on day 1 after 14 days have elapsed. So write it down, write the date, and follow the rules, And it's also a way for me to actually check up on you online when you put all this information online. I want to see, are you getting stronger in the lifts? If you're not getting stronger in the lifts, there's an issue, right? You're not moving forward. I need to intervene and find out what's going on with you if you're not moving forward. You should be getting stronger every day, every week. This whole business of, it's okay to plateau or it's okay to keep the same weight day in and day out, that's complete malarkey. Don't even think that way. There's a gradual progression. You must get stronger for your body to change. If you're getting stronger, we're going in the right direction in every sense of the word. And then finally, use a progression system. That's what I mentioned earlier. The Southeast Rule and the Elephant Rule are the progression systems that I've devised, or I've coined them, the Southeast Rule and Elephant Rule. Watch those videos. You have to watch them to understand. Otherwise, you might be deadlifting in the gym and you might be keeping your weight at 155 pounds day in and day out, week by week, and then wondering, well, why isn't my body changing? Well, because you're not changing your workout. You're not being adaptive. You're not being dynamic. You have to get stronger. You have to lift more every day to become a different person. So that is pillar number 1, okay? Pillar number 2 is follow your nutrition plan. So I have 3 levels of nutrition. We have the MTS Level 1 meal card system, we have the MTS Level 2 meal plan system, and we have the MTS Level 3 macros system. The MTS Level 1 meal card system is something I've devised. Meal plans, I'm sure everyone knows what a meal plan is, and then macronutrients, or MTS Level 3 macronutrients, is flexible dieting, macronutrient counting. Let me explain each one bit by bit here. So, for MTS Level 1, you get yourself a set of cards. I make videos about this also, by the way, so if you could check out the YouTube videos about the cards, how they work and everything, go ahead and do it. But when you're on level 1, right, what you have to do every week and every day is to fill out your compliance card daily. I need to know whether you're actually following the system. That's what the compliance card is for. You fill it out. At the end of the week in your progress report, you send me a snapshot of the card, and I could say, hey, Johnny Bravo over here has scored 90 out of 100 in terms of compliance, so that means he's on the right track. Or if I see that Johnny is only doing half the work, I'm gonna message Johnny and say, get your shit together. It's time to actually do what you paid for. So I'm here to help you, but if you don't do the work, what do you want me to tell you? So fill out your compliance card daily, and also follow your meal card exactly. I'm gonna write down on your meal card exactly how much protein, fats, and carbs to eat in terms of hand measurements, palms, fists, and thumbs. You have to follow that exactly. I don't believe you actually if you just say you followed it. You have to prove it to me. So you also have to take photos of every meal. When you take the photo of your meal, you're taking it from a bird's eye view, like this, okay, pointing straight down, and your hand is right next to the plate, flat on the table, and you take a photo for every meal. If you're eating 6 meals a day, 7 days a week, that's 42 meals, that means 42 photos, should be sent to me every week in your progress report, and it should be labeled, this is meal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, blah, blah, blah. And that basically allows me to actually confirm that you are doing, in fact, what I told you to do. I don't believe you until you prove it to me. So you're guilty until proven innocent when you're training with me. All of these things are adjusted weekly in your progress report. So every single week, I get your meal cards, I see what you're doing, I look at your photos, your body photos in your progress report, and I say, okay, this person needs less carbs or more carbs, less protein, more fats, less fats. Based on your results, I adjust it, and you get a whole new set of variables for your meal card for the next week. So it's dynamic, it changes, it's not just a flat, dead meal plan or nutrition system. It's really, changing as you change, and that's what you need to do to continue to see results. MTS Level 2 meal plan. Follow the meal plan exactly. So if I've given you a meal plan, you have to do it exactly as it's written. The thing with meal plans is, I'm telling you what to eat every day. So 90% of the time, there's going to be something on there that you don't really like, which is why I try to get everyone to start with MTS Level 1. But if you are a meal plan person and you just want your decisions made for you, go ahead. I personally don't get it. but I do offer it as a strategy. But you gotta follow it exactly. There are ways of rotating the foods or changing up the foods. Let's say, we're gonna rotate out chicken for like salmon or something like that because you don't like chicken. We can do that. It's completely doable. But you gotta communicate it to me. You gotta let me know, and then I'll get it done officially on your members account. Just because it's a meal plan doesn't mean it's gonna be the same meal plan for the next 2 months straight or 3 months straight. Your meal plan might change every week. It all depends on how your body reacts. Again, your progress report will tell me whether you need to change meal plan or not, whether I need to give you more calories or less calories, more protein, less protein, so on and so forth. So ultimately, if you're opting for a meal plan because you think you're going to be eating the same stuff day in and day out and it makes you feel comfortable, forget it. It's not going to happen. That's not good nutrition programming, and that's not what we do here. So if you don't like what's in your meal plan, inquire about exchanging food types. And then finally, adjusted weekly, like I just said, via the progress reports, you're going to get a meal plan every week, increasing the calories if you're on a reverse diet, and decreasing it if you are on a diet. And that's level 2. Level 3, macronutrient counting. This is very simple. It's my preferred method, to be honest with you. It's also called flexible dieting. And this is where I write for you your amount of protein, fats, and carbs to consume on a daily basis in grams. So, 250 grams of protein, 350 grams of carbs, 90 grams of fat, let's say. And you're consuming that every day. You need an iPhone app to do this, or an Android app, whatever. You need to actually track it using a software in order for it to be practical. You're not going to be using a calculator and a pen and pad.